So I just want to say that I will be playing an original song in the end of the video, so you can skip there if you want to. If you don't want to hear what I say, I'm going to be talking about heavy metal a little bit and why it's awesome. It's probably going to be worth listening to if you want to check it out, though. It's just going to be the rhythm guitar and vocals, no drumming. I don't like programmed drumming. I like real drumming, so until I can find a real kick-ass drummer to jam with, you probably won't be getting too much of that, but I promise my editing skills will go up. I'm kind of an old man with computers right now, but my video quality and editing will go up. I'm just recording through the air straight into this mic, so it should be alright. Check it out. What's up, everyone? Heavy Metal Steve here. Just wanted to kick it with you all and talk about the obscure, misunderstood genre known as heavy metal and why it's awesome, and why, if you're not a metalhead already, why you should give it a shot. And if you are into metal, and you'll probably just agree with what I have to say, because it's the truth. And what I want to say is that a lot of people hear heavy metal and they're like, oh, I don't like that stuff. That's that screaming, loud music, and it's satanic. Yeah, there's some bands that talk about Satan and stuff, but I think that's stupid. And I'm not religious whatsoever. I just think that there's some more, well, it's stupid to begin with, but there's way more positive, real life things to be talking about, more interesting things to be talking about and singing about and writing music about. I try to write lyrics around philosophy and feelings and emotions and real life problems in the world that everyone can relate to, letting out my frustrations and anger and happiness, sadness. Everything is able to be done in heavy metal that has like 40 different subgenres in it. You can do anything, and it's really cool to let out feelings like anger and stuff that you can't do in every type of music. Yeah, it's really therapeutic to let out your frustrations and outlet of aggression in a healthy, artistic way. You know, it's not like dancing music. It's not booty shaking music. It's kind of like, sure, you can dance to some type of jazz music and some kind of classical music, but for the most part, jazz and classical music and heavy metal are more like mentally visual, if that makes any sense. It's, you listen to it and it kind of puts you somewhere mentally and kind of makes you feel a vibe and picture something in your mind and makes you drift off into your thoughts, and that's the kind of music it is. This, like, you might think classical music is boring, elevator music, but it's just a different kind of music with real instruments, just like jazz and heavy metal, with real guitar playing and real drumming, stuff like that. And that's why they have that gruntural, distorted vocal. Is they're letting out a feeling. Sure, it sounds cool when you're used to it, and it took me a long time to get used to it and like it. And I'll talk about that in a second, but it's all about letting out something from your soul and your heart and your soul, letting out these feelings that you have inside over some rhythmic drumming and guitar playing, and it's a beautiful thing. When I first started listening to music, I didn't even like music until I was like 13 years old or whatever. I know it was the 7th grade, and I tried to listen to like some hip hop and stuff. It was really popular growing up in that time period. I was born in '88, and I didn't really like music. I just thought it was all the stuff I heard on the radio. And there was one day, my grandma was a nurse that would drive around and like to elderly people's homes and like give them medicine and take their blood pressure and stuff, and she was going to drop me off at a skate park, and I was messing with the radio while she was inside with the patient before she could drop me off, and I heard like an Aussie song, and I was just messing with the radio out of pure boredom, and right there I knew that was something I was into. I'd probably heard it before, but that day it clicked. I think it was like Over the Mountain or Crazy Train or something, and I was like, that's crazy talented. and like you don't hear people playing instruments like that in some of the other music that I've heard around. So ever since then, I've been a metalhead, and it wasn't until I was like almost 17 before I started listening to really heavy music, and I didn't like that for the longest time. And one day that clicked for me as well, and I just realized that it's just a outlet of aggression, and I was feeling it. I was a pretty angry teenager for good reasons. There's a lot of bullshit in this world, and heavy metal's a super healthy artistic way of laying it out, kind of like hitting a punching bag or something like that. Also, if you want some recommendations to some starter metal bands or something that would get you into it or something, if you're not a metalhead, like I was saying, I can make a video about that. I'm not going to play music through... I'm not going to show different bands' music or even show their band art because I don't want to deal with copyright shit. I'm terrified of that shit, so I'll just tell you about it and talk about it. So let me know if you want some recommendations on some good metal to check out. Let me know what you've heard before, what you like, and I'll give you some examples if you want, if you're interested in that. But I'm going to be jamming that song I've been talking about, so let's do it. Alright, let's fucking let it out on this one.
Is a curse, not possessed by my own selfish greed, able to perceive empathy. Working all night, so we caught up in the race. Life is just a game that I don't wanna play, 'cause everybody cheats, nothing seems fair. No one gives a fuck, nobody cares. The kings feast in their castles as the peasants struggle to survive. It seems the world is run by assholes. Everybody else an insignificant life. The system is built around wealth and power. Everybody else left to suffer. I just want to live. I just want to love. I just want the world to stop shedding blood.
Living in a world inside my head, feeling like a living dead, trapped in this realm that feels like a dream, more like a nightmare is what it seems. Overwhelming anxiety,
This dark fear taking over me.
searching in the darkness, trying to find a light. Is there an answer to save mankind?
Lost in my mind, don't know what I'll find, but I'll keep on searching for the sunshine. Lost in my mind.